Senna second. We're riding with the third place man, Damon Hill, who's got a considerable horsepower advantage from his V10 Renault compared with Senna in the Ford V8 powered car in front of him. Schumacher is behind in fourth position, and the Saubers are sixth and seventh.
Now, Hill, you see, with the power of the engine, got right up to Senna then. It's the closest he's been. Schumacher playing a watching brief, and there's nothing Schumacher will be able to do about passing Hill except hope for a mistake, because the extra power of the Williams will need a mistake in a corner by Hill for Schumacher to pounce on it. But he will try and stay close for just that eventuality. Hill is inexperienced, and he's in exalted company, and he will undoubtedly be feeling the pressure, because his error in South Africa certainly will tend to put more pressure on himself not to make error. But he did start this race very conservatively and sensibly, I thought.
And they're into the complex of bends now from turn 6 up to turn 11. And Damon Hill is now getting to be in a position where he's close enough to take Ayrton Senna as they come up the hill here and into the tremendously fast left-hander, which leads into the top straight. Damon Hill going for it. Now he's in a position to try and take second place. Let's see if he does it. He's got the power advantage.
Yes, and he shouldn't have tried to get inside Senna there. He needs, and Senna going to protect the inside. And I think Senna will leave his braking very, very late. Hill can dominate the corner from there, and Hill has done it. And that was good driving, because Senna didn't give way easily. I was surprised Senna didn't go to the inside of the track all the way up the straight then to force Hill the long way round. But that is Hill likely to be gone now, and you see that Hill stuck to his guns. Senna tried to unnerve him, but Hill always had the dominant line for the corner. Now, Hill will start to get away, and Hill stretching quite a lot already. And of course, Senna is now going to come under pressure from Michael Schumacher. We have some spots of rain, and there now Leto in alongside and getting inside John Alesi. This is a replay. We didn't see it happen, but it looks as if JJ is through there, if he gets through the chicane without error.
And Senna, I hope, is not going to be dispirited by what's happening in this race. He's only won once in Brazil. It's his home country, and Sao Paulo is his home city. And incidentally, Rubens Barrichello, the young Brazilian, has disappeared from our lap chart somewhere or other. The retirements so far are, of course, Gerhard Berger and Michael Andretti, who has yet to finish a Grand Prix. In fact, he has yet to do one lap in the Brazilian Grand Prix. He's very much out of it. Martin Brundle is out, Patrese is out, Barbaza is out.
Now you see the rain on the lens of Prost's camera.
Meantime, Ayrton Senna comes up and takes Eric Comas in the Larousse Lamborghini. That must be Barrichello's car. I noticed he's out of the lap charts, and it was a Jordan that was stuck there. So Rubens Barrichello, the 20-year-old Brazilian who impressed so much in practice at his first Brazilian Grand Prix. Well, there he is. There's the proof. That's Barrichello walking in. This is a very trying time for Michael Schumacher. Michael Schumacher has got to think about where he can get past the 3-time world champion in front of him, Ayrton Senna. There he is, Senna on the right, Schumacher on the left. They're at the slowest corner of the circuit now, the second gear hairpin. Now they come round the right-hander at the Pagello up to turn 11. And now, completing the lap, they climb from here onwards. This is where Senna nearly went off in practice, up into the top straight, and they get up to about 185 miles an hour here.
And that's about as close as Schumacher's going to be able to get in the corner onto the straight. Senna going for the inside. Now, will he stay there? Senna going for tires. Senna into the pits. He's peeled off. And I was just saying, it's difficult for Schumacher to get any closer than that on that corner, because it's very much a wing corner, and the disturbance of the air caused by the car in front will always be a problem.
But why say it? It's a stop-go penalty. For some reason, and I can't tell you what it is, Ayrton Senna has been penalised. He's been shown the black flag. He's been told to come in for a mandatory 10-second stop. And meantime, of course, he's really up against it now because Schumacher has gone through up into third position behind Damon Hill in second place. Alain Prost, the race leader, and Leto is also up. Leto is in fourth position, and Lacey is fifth, and Ayrton Senna is well down the field. Time after time in Brazil, Ayrton Senna has gone down for some reason or another, whereas time after time, Alain Prost has won. Alain Prost, of course, has been in Grand Prix racing now for some 13 years, including the one he didn't actually drive last year. He's won 6 times in Brazil, but he's also had a lot of seconds and thirds. Brazil is for Prost, but Brazil does not seem to be for Senna.
Yes, it works like that, I think, Murray, for all drivers. They have, and it's nothing to do with the way they drive. Sometimes you're lucky and the rain is really coming down and Senna is still charging on. And it's wet, much wetter here than around the rest of the circuit. And that, of course, is why people, but Senna is coming in. Now, is he going to put on wets or is he going to put on more slicks? Because whilst there is cloud about and wet tyres for Ayrton Senna, he's still got the labels on, brand spanking new. Look at that, still with the labels on.
6.9 seconds now. Senna's got an advantage. The others will have to come in, notably Alain Prost. Remember, in South Africa, Alain Prost very sensibly came in immediately after Senna to change tyres. That's the best time to do it, so that you don't lose any time to the man who has changed to a better tyre for the circumstances. And there is the race leader, Alain Prost, on his 29th lap. Surely he must come in at the end of this one to change onto wet tyres.
Well, he stayed out, and I think that Senna has gone for a bit of a gamble here because Damon Hill's come in. So Damon is in for tyres, he's on to wets, and that's a sensible thing to do because these things are pretty nasty to drive on slick tyres when you're, or certainly to race on slick tyres. Traction control working with the misfire as Damon goes away, but that's a deliberate misfire. And we were all agreed in this business that getting the car pointed straight out of a corner and then just being able to floor the throttle and have a computer decide how much power goes out is very bad for Grand Prix racing, and happily that amongst other driver aids, computerized driver aids, are going to be banned next year. The rules are still being debated, and I think it's healthy that they are being debated properly as to whether active suspension, for example, goes, and Suzuki in the middle of the road in a terrible mess.
Indeed he is, and that makes the 7th retirement. Sets the safety car. SC means safety car, which means pace car. Now you can see this is mayhem here. They should have come in quicker to change for tyres. Suzuki is blocking the course. That means they're going to have the pace car out, and first of all they've got to get the footwork Mugen off the circuit and clear the debris. And there is Prost. Prost has gone off. Well, this is quite amazing.
And he's knocked his nose off, and I tell you what, Senna may have just done the clever thing here. He took a gamble. He came in what was probably a bit early. It's a big storm now over the circuit, but with the safety car out, Senna will be able to stay on it. And now the rules, and people sliding all over the place here. The track absolutely awash, and the cars literally float on these tyres, and that's going to be a bang. That was the Prost incident. That was a replay of Alain Prost